What skills define a negotiator? Maybe patience, or problem solving, or adaptability. Which of these skills would you associate with China? Probably none. But tell that to Xi Jinping. His new mission is to become a negotiator to solve complicated conflicts. His latest focus is on Palestine. On Thursday, China will host an important forum, the China-Arab States Cooperation Forum. Now, most Arab countries will be attending this event. 4 of them will be represented by heads of state. Egypt's President Abdel Fattah El-Sisi, Bahrain's King Mohammed, Tunisia's President Kais Zayed, and the UAE's President Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, all of them will be present in China. This is the 10th meeting of the forum. Normally, the focus is on economic affairs like energy or investments. But this time, the focus is on Palestine, on ending the war. The Egyptian leader, El-Sisi, was the first to arrive in Beijing. He's on a state visit to China. So Xi Jinping rolled out the red carpet. Take a look at this. What makes Xi so confident? The US has failed to mediate a ceasefire. The United Nations has failed. So why would China be successful? Now, Xi Jinping is probably betting on 2 factors. The first is track record. The second is leverage. China has been working hard on its negotiating skills. Last year, they pulled off a miracle. Beijing mediated a normalization deal between Iran and Saudi Arabia. These were 2 sworn enemies, and surprisingly, that deal still stands, Iran and Saudi Arabia. Then Xi Jinping focused on Ukraine and Russia. He sent a special peace envoy to Europe. He also proposed a peace plan. It is yet to gain traction on either side, but both Kiev and Moscow have welcomed it. And that's more than what any other party has managed so far. Then last month came another effort. China hosted the 2 factions of Palestine, Hamas, which rules Gaza, or used to rule Gaza, and the PA, or the Palestinian Authority, the group that controls the West Bank. Now, this was very significant because Hamas and the PA are rivals. They fought bitterly in the 2000s. Their rivalry divided and weakened the Palestinian movement. Yet China brought them together. Now, maybe all of this has boosted China's confidence. Maybe they think that they're ready for the mother of all conflicts, Israel-Palestine. Which brings us to the second factor, leverage. China has a huge economic presence in the Arab world. Just look at their bilateral trade. It was $36 billion in 2004, 36 billion. It now stands at $398 billion. All 22 Arab nations are part of China's Belt and Road Initiative. Beijing has 200 projects in these countries. So Thursday's summit is all about driving home this point, that China is reliable enough to mediate.
China has established comprehensive strategic partnerships or strategic partnerships with 14 Arab countries and the League of Arab States. China has facilitated the historic reconciliation between Saudi Arabia and Iran. It has supported Syria's return to the League of Arab States and supported Arab countries in strengthening strategic autonomy and seeking strength through unity.
But effort does not equal success. For starters, China has very little influence over Israel. Their policy has largely been pro-Palestine, so Netanyahu will be wary. Secondly, China's leverage has a blind spot, weapons. Now, most Arab nations get weapons from the US or Russia. So what will Arab rulers prioritize? Weapons or Chinese mobile phones? I guess the answer is obvious. Equally obvious is China's intention. Their objective is not world peace or security. If that was the case, they wouldn't be bullying their neighbors or threatening Taiwan. Their intention is to weaken the US. Let me explain how. The US has long been West Asia's security guard. They armed Arab nations. They kept Iran in check, and they brokered Arab-Israel normalization. America did all of it. But now their grip is loosening. The US has not been able to stop Israel's war in Gaza, nor was it able to stop Iran's attack on Israel. So China senses an opportunity, a chance to make strategic inroads into West Asia. And this is a wake-up call for the world. We have specialized and seemingly unbiased agencies to settle conflicts like the United Nations. They're not perfect, but that's why we created them. Then why is the world going to China, to an undemocratic country that bullies its neighbors? Is there a lack of political will among other players, like India or Europe? The global community needs to address these questions because, yes, war is bad, but a peace brokered by China could be equally bad.
South Africa's May 29th elections.
It was a start of change in the country.
We are on the verge of history.
I am standing here at the forefront of change where voices echo the call for action. The nation grapples with an unemployment crisis. As South Africans prepare to cast their votes, the question looms, will the winds of change usher in a new era, or will the legacy of the past maintain its grip on the future?